going to listen to that sales pitch. But I've been known to be able to sell snow to Eskimos, as they say, because I'm paying attention to the people and the actors. And you want them to trust you. You want them to feel like your goal is to make them sound or look great, because as a director, if my actors sound and look great, I win too. It's a team effort. If I just get my way and your performance is awful, but it's the way I thought it should have been performed, that doesn't help anybody, right? So my core of actors that have worked with me might tell you, he's one of the toughest directors I've ever worked with, but he's also one of the best, because he'll push me to a place that I didn't think I could get to, and then I'm very proud of my own performance when it's done, because he believed in what I could do. He might have yelled at me a little bit during the session, but he got me where I wanted to be. And I might have yelled at them because they could take that. And then there's people that would say, he's so sweet, he's so nice. And they're lying, but it's nice to hear that. All right, we got a couple more minutes before I'm going to go out to my table near the beautiful fountain that changes color every once in a while. It's my background, to sign autographs and stuff like that. That's where my little table would be. But anybody else have some more questions for me? Yeah.
What was your favorite monster to summon in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh my goodness, there's only one. What is it?
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That's an easy.
Well, you may have liked Ultimate Dragon or Obelisk better.
No. I've probably signed and said Blue Eyes White Dragon more than any card at any convention. Yes. I like all the incarnations of the dragon. Yeah, that's what I mean. But if you had to pick one card for me to sign as Kaiba, what would it be? Zaga the Dark Clown. That's funny. Yeah, Joey's card. Only if you guys didn't want me to talk to you for the rest of the convention. All right, who else has got a question for me? Who hasn't asked me something yet? Come on, be brave. I promise I won't yell at you. Here. Later, maybe. Nobody? Yes.
During producing and voice acting, do you guys pull pranks on each other?
Yeah, we do this thing, and I'm sure you've heard this story before from maybe some of the other voice actors on many shows. So we mostly record alone. There's ADR, which is, of course, we're replacing the dialogue with, one actor at a time. Or I've worked on shows that are prelay, where we record the voices first. Like I directed Viva Pinata. I recorded every actor alone, assembled that dialogue track, and then sent that to the animators to animate. That's the way the original Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is created, right? Those actors are not dubbing. They're recording the way they want to feel it, and then someone's drawing it. We have to follow the animation. Except on Turtles, because I was Jen and Master Yoshi on Turtles. That was a prelay show that was recorded with the full cast at the same time, right? 4 actors at the same time, whatever. Viva Pinata, 1 actor at a time, but they sound like they're talking to each other. And then dubbing, like we're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, 1 voice at a time. But what was your question? I've been drinking this morning. What did you ask me?
Do you guys have pull?
Oh, pranks, right. So, in dubbing, we get a series of 3 beeps, and where the 4th beep should be is where you start talking. Right? So you hear beep, beep, beep. Nothing. Right? That's to cue us to talk. Because once we look at the screen once and see what the flap looks like, as we call it, I don't need to watch the screen again. I'm looking at the script. If you're a voice actor and you have a script, you don't need to take your eyes off the script. I don't memorize my lines. Unless it's like a, hey, or a short phrase, yeah, I might look at the screen. I kind of see it over the top of the music stand, but I'm reading the script. I've already, by looking at it once, made notes in my brain or a pencil mark where the breaks are and how fast the phrases need to be around it. So I don't have to memorize. So I don't read the script ahead of time, unless I'm the director. And I don't have to memorize my lines, which is why I don't do a lot of stage stuff unless it's music. I have to memorize my songs, but I couldn't tell you my favorite lines because I never had to memorize them. I might have said them once or twice, however many takes it took to get it. So anyway, 3 beeps and you say your line. But the funny thing to do is, if you mess up a line A good actor stays in character. A bad actor goes back to their original voice. So if I'm doing something and I'm like, hey, Misty, you wanna... Oh, man, that was terrible. Let me do that again. Right? No. I'll do, hey, Misty, you wanna... I don't know what I'm saying. Right? And then that matched the flap to the next line. Right? And that's funny. Well, sometimes we say things that are dirty. And what an engineer would do is put on a special track for the next actor. And they'd save it and mute it so that you couldn't hear it. And it would be 3 beeps. Like, let's say I was coming in after Ash was in, and Ash says something like that, right? I'd come in and they go, okay, Eric, we're going to play this line. Brock's going to say this thing, and then Ash is going to answer you. You're like, okay, sounds good. And so they beat me into it, and I look at it, and they keep that dirty line muted, so I wouldn't hear it. Then it came time for me to go. And maybe it would go beep, beep, and you'd hear Ash's dirty line before I would speak. And then, of course, you would fall over laughing because, yes. And I will say this from many, many years of experience, over the 25 plus years of me being a voice actor, the women said dirtier things than the guys did all the time. They were the worst. Bella Hudson, who worked on the show, she played Mai for a little bit. She was Luffy on One Piece. Like a truck driver, the things that's just like, you were like, wow, right? Oh boy, that's bad. So then, and this will only be released when I no longer ever want to be in the business,